What's going on, you guys? Random live stream. Been kind of busy behind the scenes, but I figured I need to go ahead and get in the stream. But yeah, we got a little bit of things to talk about. I'm gonna try not to be too long today because I got to get some rest and I got to continue doing what I was doing behind the scenes. But Teofimo Lopez has come out. He done quite a few things since we last was here. Hit that like button for your boy as you come on in. Teofimo Lopez has said quite a bit. He's been all over the place since his defeat to George Kambosos. He deleted his Twitter. Then some hours later, he reactivated it. Now, Rolly coming out saying that the dude was injured. I mean, it's just excuses galore. I mean, this is the same guy that was calling Deontay Wilder a B for, quote unquote excuses, right? But there's been nothing but excuses from this dude. He was a sore loser after the fight. His dad had been a sore loser after the fight. And also what we go talk about is what Derrick James had to say to lead us to believe that fight with Crawford just won't happen. It just won't happen. And the question is, should Terrence Crawford just move on? Because this is what your boy Bushido was telling you guys. Go for Keith Thurman. Everybody's like, nah, fuck Keith. Nah. I'm like, yeah, go for Keith. Go for Keith. Because this dude, Errol, man, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. I see some dudes, some of his fans come on here and say, why you sound salty? I'm like, bro, who's salty? Nigga, I just want to see the fight. It ain't got to be this. It ain't got to be that. I just want to see the fight. Yeah, I'm sorry, this is a random live stream. Salute to Damone Daniels. The dojo is here. That's right. Take off y'all shoes before you enter the dojo. What's going on, Roger Broadneck, Silence King? Man, what's been going on? Man, I almost didn't do it today. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm working behind the scenes. I'm kind of tired, but I got to give you guys something. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I already did some videos on these topics, but it's not like the live where we can really, go back and forth and, talk about it as it's happening, shit like that. But Teofimo, it ain't looking good for him. It ain't looking good for him because now he's a religious man. And, he's been like 4 or 5 different people in like a few days. Like him deleting his social media was a really weak move. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I was telling you guys. A lot of people probably thought I was crazy when I be saying this shit, but I see this shit. Excuse me. When I say shit like I question his heart. I think he's a talented fighter, but I question his heart. I think his heart could be tested. I'm sure y'all heard me say that about him, and well, you see why. He deleted his social media. I mean, this comes with the territory. He couldn't take the heat on Twitter, so he deleted it. Now, of course, he had to come save face and double back and bring it back, but he probably saw the backlash from him deleting it. So boxing fans on Teofimo's bumper right now. Oh my God. Salute to WJ Luckett, bro. What did he say? He says Fanon is now saying that Errol wants to fight next, but we still ain't heard from Errol. Bro, we hearing it from everybody. I'm gonna cook on it, man. I'm gonna cook on it because we hearing it from everybody but him. Everybody seemed to know what's going on in Errol's mind besides Errol Spence Jr. himself. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, like I've been saying, and y'all know I've been saying it, Errol Spence wants this fucking fight, it'll happen. Y'all heard me say that several times. And I strongly believe that. Even back then, if Errol Spence, not nobody else, not no fucking Al Heyman or nobody else, if Errol Spence Jr. wanted to fight Terrence Crawford, it'll happen. Derrick James himself came out and said the same fucking thing years later. Now he wants to say this shit all of a sudden. But before it was no roadblocks. It was just other fights to be made. Ugas, Thurman, Garcia. You know what I'm saying? These dudes playing games with boxing. Salute to D Nice, Gerald Fields. What's going on? Yeah, but back to T.O. real quick. I don't want to cook too hard on that. We go get T.O. because now he's a religious man. And he is... Man, they slick, boy, I swear. Because, when you fuck up, right, a good way to save face is to go the religious route or go the mentally ill route. You know what I'm saying? I was abused and all that shit, right? So those are the safe routes to take when you fuck up in public. To say, to get to soften the blow from the heat from the public. You know what I'm saying? These dudes. Let me hold up. He's slick. He's smart. And even before the fight, they already came out with the excuse that he was injured. They complained about the weight, so they was already lining us up for what was coming. His dad is pretty bad though, man. Teofimo Lopez has been the big talk. This is the most buzz he's gotten, even more so than him becoming a champion. Him getting beat up and him coming out with excuses is actually done wonders for his career. Salute to Exclusive News Insider. What's going on, man? Yeah, we just talking about T.O. and the Spence Crawford shit. Now, I said it for Crawford, he should just move on. People thought I was crazy. Say he should move on from dude. I'm like, yeah, move on. You're 34 years old. Why are you chasing this scary ass dude around the world, man? He clearly don't want to fight. He obviously don't want to fight. It's something different every time. Just move on, man. Go fight Keith Thurman. Go move up to 154. Just go do what you do. We know who the best welterweight is at this point. I mean, let's be honest. The welterweight division is very political. But Teofimo, this is what he had to say. He said, everything they said I couldn't be and more. No one can stop the work of God. What I've gone through this far would have killed people. I am a champion in life. Ain't nothing wrong with what he said, right? Ain't nothing wrong with what he said. But we know he capping. Because we know if he won this fight, his attitude in the fight, he ain't been humbled, basically. Because in their minds, in the Teofimo's minds, they didn't lose the fight. They was robbed. They did this to them, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So they didn't get humbled. So they go up to 140 and get the fuck beat out of them. Because it's not, oh my God. Teofimo Sr. he's the real problem. I'm not even going to look at the young Teo. He's just a little dude. You know what I'm saying? He going to figure it out as he gets older. But the senior, that's who I'm looking at. Because this was supposed to be all under control. His sons, just everything, right? And now he has the mentality that nothing will happen on their end. It was all the judges, blah, blah, blah. So instead of him doing what he needs to do as a fucking grown adult, make sure his son go back to the gym, work hard, do everything he wasn't doing, work on his fucking boxing, and stop playing around. Nah, we go up to 140, get a tune-up, and then hop right up in there and Josh Taylor. Hop in there with Josh Taylor and do what? Hop up in there with Josh Taylor and do what? Because you barely beat Nakatani. We've seen how you look when you fight the longer, taller guys, and you go fight one of the best ones in the world. Come on, man. These dudes, Teofimo Sr. needs to get he's going to ruin his son. Yeah, I said it. He's going to ruin his son. Teofimo Jr. has this same mentality that his old man got. Hit that like button for your boy. We got 30 people in the building. Random live stream today. Sorry about the short notice. I've been kind of, like I said, been busy behind the scenes. I got some new things I'm working on. We ever improving. We on the road to 10K. We at 8,000 something subs, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this train is rolling. We gonna be at 10K probably by, I give it March, just to be modest. I give it by March. We should be close to 10K. Maybe before that if something goes viral. Y'all gotta keep hitting that like button, keep sharing the videos. That's how you can help the channel. That way, when you go on YouTube, you won't see these other bozos. You'll see your boy Bushido. But yeah, Teofimo, man, he gotta get his shit together. He got whooped in a fight, but he wasn't humbled. He wasn't humble. He can't believe he lost. Look, man, if you heard what George Kambosos said, George is a great guy. You know what I'm saying? Really just, he looks ferocious, but he seemed like a really good dude. And he had nothing but words of encouragement for T.O. Even after the bullshit. He's like, look, man, he's young. He like, you got a family, man. Just go home, forget about all this. You know what I'm saying? But Teofimo, he ain't accepting that. They say they moving up to 140. They go take a tune-up fight. Then they go hop in there with Josh Taylor. Should Josh Taylor give him a shot? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think he should just hop right up into a Josh Taylor fight. Salute to everybody that's in the building. You think T.O. might reach out to Eddie Reynoso? He might. He might reach out to him. I'm not sure who would be a good coach for Teofimo. I'm not sure who will be a good coach. He's more of a twitchy fighter, but I'm not sure who will exactly be a good coach for him. I mean, he didn't show nothing. He didn't do nothing in his last fight. No jab, no nothing. So, I mean, he was just throwing looping shots and looking for the knockout. It's kind of hard to, I can't even really remember vividly what the guy was doing in the fight other than getting his ass kicked. So, I don't know, bro. Salute to Kofi's Universe. Y'all go subscribe to Kofi's Universe. Yeah, man. Yes. Hey, you may be right about that, Project Blimmers. He needs therapy. But then he do need a new coach too, bro. And you see that cut man? Why was dude bleeding so bad? Where was your cut man at? Come on, bro. It was a disaster. Everything about that situation was a disaster. The more you look at it, the more you think about it, the more of a disaster it was. It was a disaster. Teofimo, he don't see it. He's still real young. He don't see it. He don't got nobody around him that's going to tell him, like, look, man, me watching that shit from the outside looking in, your dad should have handled that situation a lot better. He was telling you all the wrong, man, nobody going to want to hear that about their dad, though. And this is the real complicated part about having your dad as your trainer, because nobody's going to be able to come to you and tell you, man, yeah, look, man, your dad fucking you up. You ain't going to want to hear that. Even if you know they right, you ain't going to want to hear that. That's your dad. You know what I'm saying? Tough situation Teofimo got himself into. I think, if anything, he should bring somebody else in, and his dad gonna have to take the back seat, man. You get me far, you get me this far, but I need something else. I need something more. Hey, Chris Gullet, you did right by picking Kambosos. I pretty much picked Kambosos. I honestly think Lopez would beat Taylor at 140. Whoa. You think Lopez or Kambosos beat Taylor at 40 as well? Oh, wow. I don't know about all that. I think Josh Taylor is the real deal. Oh, hey, I heard something about that shit, bro. I heard something about Teofimo's wife or something. I didn't catch it, but they was talking about his wife was, getting busy. I mean, who heard about, hey, that's what I heard. I heard, man, oh, that's fucked up. Hey, that's fucked up. If his wife was really, if this shit is true, what people been saying, hey, that's a massive distraction, bro. I don't care who you are. When you're a woman, bro, massive distraction. Should never married her in the first place. I'm hearing shit. I was hearing shit earlier. I can't remember where I heard it from. But she was getting busy, like, you know what I'm saying? On some next level shit, if you know what I mean. I don't want to get too explicit on here. But yeah, she was really getting busy. And that's not a good look. That's not a good look at all. That's a distraction. That's not a good look. Yeah, I heard about that. And they just got married too, right? Like not even a year ago, she already left. Come on, bro. Look, listen, for all the young men out there, it don't matter how much fucking money you got. It don't matter how good you look. It don't matter if you could fight. It don't matter none of that shit. These bitches will fucking leave you, cheat on you, do whatever they need to. Bro, I'm telling you, it don't matter what. It's different. It's not like it used to be. Yeah, they just had a baby. It's different. It don't, man, focus on your purpose, young men. That's the best advice I can give some guys that's younger than me. Focus on your purpose. Do not, I repeat, do not chase women. They will find you when that time is right. This is my advice to the young man. This is some off-topic boxing shit that still pertains to Teofimo Lopez. He should have listened to his mama. Because females see things that we don't see. Us as men, we don't see. But a female to spot out some bullshit way before we would in another female. He should listen to his fucking mama. But sometimes that's hard to do, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a young guy. He's still learning the world. You know what I'm saying? You probably can't tell him nothing. Look, man, it don't, man. Now she probably go get, she's married, right? They was married. She probably go get something up out of him now for the rest of her life now, man. You know what I'm saying? A permanent bank account, like a permanent, you know what I'm saying? Check. Crazy, right? That's why would he get married at 21? That's his fault. Because that young chick, man, she ain't even done nothing yet, man. She was rich. She even went through her whole phase yet, man. Come on, man. Yeah, they just had a baby, and I'm hearing rumors that she was like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that's just the rumors. That's crazy shit though. Boxing aside, that fucked up. Hey, Woo 36, you tell him. Young men chase the bag, not the hack, bro. In my younger years, if I known the shit that I know today, oh man. But see, things was different. Things was different. We was taught to put the woman first, put everybody first, and all this other shit. In reality, you need to be focused on your motherfucking self. And it's really good to go through heartbreak. And I'm gonna get back to boxing in a second. But it's really, in my opinion, it's really good to go through heartbreaks for a man at a young age. At a young age, when you in your teens and shit, let a bitch do you dirty. That way, it'll make you stronger as you get older. You'll be already well knowledge into the game already. How these females move out here. That's dirty if that's true about what I heard about Tia. I'm glad you brought that up. But yeah, wait, she said from the beginning she wasn't interested. See, and then he was probably forcing it and trying to really do that extra shit, chasing. And guess what? He ran right into a trap, chasing her ass. That's what happens, dude. Young men, and I'm gonna go back to boxing. Do not, if you're a single guy out here and you young, do not chase women. Chase your purpose. That is the absolute best advice I can give you. Best advice I can give you. You don't want all these kids and all this shit. I'm telling you, get your shit together. Don't be chasing these women. It don't matter how much money you got. It don't matter how much fame you got. You seen Floyd getting played. I mean, it don't even matter. It don't matter. Not Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, all these people. It don't matter, bro. Will Smith, it don't matter, bro. Get y'all shit together, man. But yeah, back to boxing, man. Errol Spence. Errol, the true Spence. Derek James came out talking his goofiness. I mean, I'm getting really tired of Derek James. They not telling us what we want to hear, and they have it for a long time. They haven't told us what we want to hear for a very long time, and they never have. They really never have. I just don't think that fight's gonna happen. And like I asked before, should Crawford move on? Just move on to Keith Thurman and other things, dude. And this is why Crawford himself is probably like, yeah, I'm ready to move on, but the fans keep pressuring me. I still do kind of low-key want the fight, but at the same time, man, I'm tired of chasing this dude. Crawford should move on. Try to get Thurman or somebody in the ring by March or April or something. Keith Thurman, you go have to do something else if you're not going to be fighting early. Nobody wants to wait 8 months for you, dude. I mean, seriously, that's go almost a fucking year again. Nah, bro. Get your shit together and get in the ring with Crawford. Simple as that. Nobody got time to be playing with these dudes no more. Either they want some smoke or they go get the fuck about the goddamn way. Errol Spence. Who he go fight? Ugas can't do. Who is Errol Spence go fight, y'all? Nobody's mandating dude to fight nobody. Right? So who he go fight? He ain't showing no interest in fighting Crawford. I mean, if you really had some interest in fighting him, give the fans something. Give the fans something to look forward to. Give the fans something to talk about. But nah, you don't even want to do that. You don't want to give them nothing. You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing to get started from this. They hate dude exists. Your favorite YouTubers ain't talking about this. They're not talking, man. Your favorite YouTubers ain't talking about this bogus ass shit Derek James came out and said. Everything he come out and say is bogus. Because it's not what fans want to hear at this point. It's been 3 or 4 years. We ain't trying to hear none, but are we making that fight in 2022, dude? That's it. Oh, well, the business. And if I hear that word one motherfucking time, because it's none of my motherfucking business. I just want to see the fight. People on Bushido Boxing want to just see the fight. There's not a bunch of business fans and managers over here. We want to know who the best fighter is. We want to know who has them fisticuffs. We want to know who's the best pugilist. But nah, we ain't gonna get that. Because you got fans that's just really, you got a lot of fans that's really okay with what's happening. And I don't even give those people any energy, no nothing. If I see you on here talking about, well, he's the A side and well, you know, and all that. I ain't got no time for you. Go back to where you came from because you're not a real boxer fan. I can see if Errol Spence was still some young upstart prospect moving up the ranks. Nah. Actually, Terrence Crawford, probably, at this point, I believe Bud has more title defenses than Spence at welterweight, bro. Correct me if I'm wrong there, please. But I think Terrence Crawford is either tied or has more title defenses than Errol Spence at that weight already, bro. What are we fucking waiting for? What are we playing around with? What are we talking about? Bud Crawford running laps around this motherfucker. Other than the fact that he's from Texas, right? The state is bigger than the countries. You know what I'm saying? Big Texas. In reality, they got way more people in Texas than they do in Omaha. Like 4 or 5 times as many people. Terrence Crawford's from Texas. Guess what? He'll be the biggest thing smoking. Facts. If Terrence Crawford was a Texas guy, he'll be the biggest thing smoking. Because he ain't moving like a buster. That's why. He's not moving like a buster. I'm going to keep pressing, dude. I'm sorry. This ain't about to get away. You ain't about to get away, dude. Nah. Y'all not about to get away with that shit, bro. Any other fighter would be put to the fucking, thrown to the wolves for this behavior, for this consistent, drawn-out behavior. But Errol Spence get a pass. And honestly, I do respect it. That his people hold him down so viciously. They love Spence. But in reality, man, we need to see him fight Crawford. You can love him all you want to, but we need to know who the best fighter is, man. We need to have that next big fight for this era, so we say we got that. So they can say they did that. So they can get paid. They gonna get paid. That's the money fight. How much they looking to try to make. It's none of our business. But whatever it is, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Hit that like button for your boy. I'm sure the likes isn't over the amount of people. But Derek James said a lot of bullshit, but guess what? Guess what? Bud Crawford is back in the gym already. Got his Stay Conscious shirt on. He's already back in the gym. So there's no slipping up. There's no falling off. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? This dude is a fucking machine. He's in the gym already again. What are you going to do? Derek? Errol? What are y'all going to do? Well, you know, if Errol wants it, it'll happen. And, yeah. And all that bullshit, man. Nobody want to hear that shit. Get your ass in there and fight in 2022, man. Boxing, you got a lot of other boxing fans, good dudes too, that be really leaning on Spence and shit. Nah, man, I'm not doing that, though. I like Spence, but it's tough love, bro. You got to get in that ring. You got to get in that ring, bro. Oh, yeah, it may be a bad style. Yeah, you may not be ready, but you going to have to go do it. You going to have to do it. When I fought, I wasn't ready. I was scared. I didn't know that, but guess what? I had to do it. Why? Because I signed up to do it. I signed up to do it. So guess what? I had to go do it. But see, he didn't even sign up to do it. But he signed up for this. And it just so happens that his biggest rival is another guy that really is a bad motherfucker. Not just some chump. A guy that's hungry as a motherfucker. A guy that stays in the gym. One of the most talented fighters in the planet. Mentally, physically. Right? Errol Spence is lagging behind, bro. He's lagging behind, dude. He had some years off of him versus Crawford. Instead of just taking it when it was supposed to happen. Oh, well, the fight needs to marinate. It's not ready yet. Now it may never be ready, motherfucker. Sitting here playing. They could be on the third fight right now. Guess what? It could be the biggest one. Their profiles would have been much higher at this point by now if they had just fought each other a couple of times already. Honestly, I don't think Spence would even. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Spence, man, go for Thurman, bro. If Keith Thurman is serious, I say go for him. Yeah, he don't got a belt, all that stuff, but I say go for him. Clear them all out, so that way there's none of those guys from y'all era left, other than these young dudes. So then it's gonna be nobody for Spence to beat up on. There's nobody gonna want to see Spence Thurman after Crawford whoops on him. Not right away. No shit like that. Really, the only fight fans want to see Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford in is with each other. Of course, I want to see Crawford fight Thurman, but mass majority of fans want to see them dudes fight. And they coming out telling you, well, you know, if he wants it, anything can happen. And, you know, if that's what he wants to do. And, you know, I told him, you know, that if he wants to fight him, then he can, and I will get him ready. You know, and all this shit. Nah, man, just get your man. What? Totally different song though. What else he say? He said, I'm not a trainer. No. He said, I'm not a manager. You know, I'm a trainer. I could have sworn, bro, if I didn't know any better a year or so ago, you was acting like a manager, like a motherfucker, talking about ticket sales, all types of shit. What's his revenue? What's his gate? He was asking all those questions. We was calling him business, whatever we was calling him. Because he was acting like a businessman instead of a trainer. Now all of a sudden he's a trainer again. And well, if Spence wants it, it'll happen. So basically, it's not gonna happen. That's basically what they said. Well, basically what he said. He said it's not gonna happen because Spence wants it. If Spence wants it, it'll happen. But guess what? He don't want it. He don't want that fight, man. It don't take a rocket science. Your favorite YouTuber ain't telling y'all this shit at all, though. They skating right over this topic. I'm touching on it because it's something that needs to happen. I don't give a fuck how they feel about it. I do not care how they feel about it. Nah, Spence never hit nobody with the 60-40, bro. He never hit nobody else. Nobody else got hit with 60-40. Mikey didn't have to do no pay-per-views. Mikey didn't have to go get no belt. Mikey didn't have to do nothing. Nobody else had to do anything but Crawford. Come on, man. What does that look like? What does that look like? Well, you making the one guy do the most versus everybody else. I mean, come on, man. Salute to Wayne Hennessy. Nah, Ugas gets stopped, dude. Ugas gets stopped. Is he? I mean, maybe that could be it. I don't know if is the record really that important at this point in boxing right now. I'm not sure, but man, I don't know, man. I honestly just don't know. It just don't make sense to me as what's the hold up for this fight at this point after almost 4 years. What's really the hold up now? Hey, he protects him all the time. Drizzy, salute, bro. I'm going to chill on my ranch. I'm telling you, that's all we needed to hear, man. You got a feeling Thurman and Spence might fight, man. I don't know. Spence don't seem to want to fight nobody tough. He says Bud going to retire in 2-3 years. They're probably just trying to wait him out. Trying to just wait him out. But they thought he was going to slow down, but he didn't slow down like that. He didn't slow down like that at all. He's still stopping dudes. He might have slowed down a little bit, maybe, I don't know, but the stoppages is continuing. Oh, and Derek James told him to leave. He like, don't be part of the show. And like, man, they don't want this fucking fight, dude. You are the show. You're supposed to be part of the show. After the fight, we were supposed to see Crawford and Spence finally make something happen in the ring face-to-face in front of the world. We were supposed to see that. But guess what? Derek James told him, you don't want to be part of the show. Get up out of there by the 11th round. That's what he told him. So do y'all really believe that these people want this fight? And this is why I've been stressing Keith Thurman. Go after Keith. If Keith showing interest, Keith actually showing interest in fighting, Keith actually calling your name, we'll see what that smoke looking like. Yeah, he ain't got nothing to bring to the table, and that's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? That's unfortunate these buster ass dudes wait till they lose, don't got nothing to lose for when they want to walk into the smoke. Yeah, we know, but it's all good. We gonna take that scalp anyway. Because Keith waited till he had nothing to lose for him to start moving funny. These dudes, man, I'm almost glad this era is over with. Minus Bud and some, I'm almost glad this shit is over with, bro. These PBC welterweights and shit, I'm glad this shit is over with, bro. I'm glad it's almost over. I'm glad these dudes is like, much respect and much love to Sean Porter. He always gets love over here. Exclude him, but everybody else, and maybe Ugas too, but he was actually on some Hollywood shit too. And guess what? WBA said, "Nah, we gonna put your ass in a dungeon, and you gonna have to deal with these two dudes." So now it's just Spence and Crawford, and Spence still saying shit like, "Well, maybe," and turn up and get your money. I'm like, man, forget this guy, bro. Not as a person, but as a fighter, nah. Maybe a great person, great guy. You know what I'm saying? Cool dude, laid back. But as a fighter, nah, bro. Mm-mm. Nope. Hey, Kambosos handled business. Salute to Pito Fresh about Kambosos handled business, bro. And he carried himself like a true champion and a gentleman. All that. You know what I'm saying? I'm super happy for that guy. All those postponements, he ain't getting the bag like these dudes. All those postponements and camps moving and all that, man. So I'm glad he won. I'm glad he beat T.O. You said Pudango says, I want Bud next fight to be a 154. Hey, I say if Charlo wins, go after Charlo. If Castano wins, I don't know. Reason why I say that is because, for one, Castano is a tough fight. Really, really tough. I really think dude is the shit. He may end up beating Charlo, but Charlo is the more lucrative fight. And it has a little story behind it. And if Crawford's talking about moving up to 154, I mean, what for? Other than to see one of those two guys, right? Because I don't see Crawford just going up there for nothing, just to fight. No, I'm going to go up there and become a champion so I could be a 4-division champion. So, yeah. If Charlo wins, he may end up pressing Charlo hard. Because Charlo is the type of dude, he may react, unlike Spence. You know what I'm saying? Spence will just, he'll wane off and say, well, 60-40, 70-30. And he got a lot of fans that'll back that shit. So Charlo may not have that. Charlo is also a guy who still fights with his chip on his shoulder, still fights like he got something to prove. So I think if he got challenged, and even though he don't seem too interested in fighting Crawford, I think if he got pressed enough that he will take it. Because unlike Spence, who and these other guys, right, in this new era of boxing, so soft. Not from the fighters' standpoint, but from the fans. Because I'm just thinking about some of the shit these whack ass fans would say. Crawford moves up to weight. These dudes downplay him and shit. Right? They come up with excuses as to why he don't deserve to fight and he ain't done nothing. His numbers, they just finding anything out. Mike Garcia didn't have to do none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Jamal Charlo won't likely won't be able to pull this type of stunt on a guy like Terrence Crawford. He likely won't be able to say, oh, well, you got to get a belt in the division. Oops, my bad. I got all the belts and all that shit. Nah, he won't be able to do none of that. If he gets pressed, Crawford's the champion WBO. WBO said, you know what? Let's go ahead and make this fight because Charlo pretty much cleared out the division. So let's go ahead and see if Terrence Crawford can handle him. I think that should be the next move. Keith, just forget Spence. Go after Charlo. It's more dangerous fight anyway. You get way more credit, more belts, everything. Just go after that fight. Probably less money, but your legacy definitely would be intact if you go up there and beat Charlo. But I say this, if you can't get Spence, which is, I say about 80% chance it won't happen. I give it 80%. Go after Keith Thurman, right? Beat up on him. Try to get Ugas. I doubt that's gonna happen. He probably locked in for about like 2 years, a year or so. And then go up to 154, man. Stop playing around. Stop wasting time with Spence and them. Here we go. Glenn Isaac. He's the OG. He says, I'm 61, and in my era, the best fought the best. Ray Leonard didn't run from Hearns, fought Duran 3 times. He fought Hagler, Spence Jr. If he's a man, it's time for him to fight. That's it, bro. That's it. And guess what? When Tommy Hearns, I remember, he was young as hell. They was in their 20s when they fought for the first time. In their 20s. And I remember Emmanuel Stewart was like, oh, they all scared. They ducking. You know, back then, they was still kind of going through that too. Honestly, they was. But they fought in their 20s and they ended up fighting multiple times. You know what I'm saying? But Team Hearns was having at a point, they was having a hard time getting the big names to fight them. You know, they got interviews with Emmanuel Stewart talking about they all scared, they ducking. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was pretty funny, but it happened back then too, but to a much lesser degree than today. Because back then you didn't have fans jumping all into the business. Now you got fans and managers, boxing accountants, guys who just really think they know everything about the business of boxing, just running this shit. Like, bro, that's one of the problems I feel. Fans ain't on the same page to really put the pressure on these fighters. Pressure bust pipes. You know what? Teofimo deleted his Twitter. But guess what? The pressure from him deleting it made him reactivate that motherfucker. That's right. Pressure. But see, you got one group of fans putting pressure on the fight. And you got another group of fans running away from the pressure. The reason why I put the fans in it so much because these guys go on the internet and they see this stuff. And if a guy sees the majority of his people saying, oh, well, you know, he's the A side, he don't got to do this and that, then he going to be sitting back like, yeah, I ain't got to do this and I ain't got to do that. That's what they go do. And that's what's happening. But guess what? By them putting that little blanket over him to cuddle him and shit, he ain't staying hungry. He ain't staying sharp. He ain't doing what he needs to do to even deal with these other guys. He didn't even make it through camp last time. That's why I said go after Keith Thurman, man. Really, Crawford just keeping dude name relevant at this point. Honestly. Because Crawford got the juice now. And you just keeping him relevant because he ain't about to be doing nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing. I'll be extremely surprised if that fight happens in 2022. Extremely surprised. I mean, that would be like seeing a fucking unicorn at this point. Hey, Pito, you ain't lying, bro. A lot of people feel that way. He says, I feel like if Sean would have won, Spence was going to get in the ring and announce a rematch. But since Bud, well, you know how that goes. Yeah, Derek James told him to get up out of there, don't be part of the show. We know exactly how that goes. Yeah, get on up out of there. You don't want to be part of that show. What? Why not? Why not? 50-50, man. You know, or 40-40 when it gets 29. You ain't going to do that. I think that's the best way to handle this. For the numbers guys, right? 40-40 when it gets the rest. That's the best way to handle this situation. But guess what? Spence ain't going to do it. He said maybe. After all of this, he's not even hungry to get up in there and test himself and say, you know, I want to beat this dude, man. They saying I'm a punk. They say I'm running. Nah, I got to get him. But Bud is that damn good. He's like, fuck, I don't know if I can do it. He don't even want to take a chance. This is why I respect mixed martial artists, man. A lot of them dudes be all in over their heads and they still get up in there. You know what I'm saying? In over their heads, they still get up in there. Coming off long layoffs and injuries, get up in there with the top guy in the division type shit. Yeah, bro. Sugar Short. The bigger channels ain't talking about this shit. They're talking about Tio, though. And rightfully so. Teofimo out here looking bad. But Spence been looking bad for a while. And there's only one group of people talking about it objectively. Right? And I get it for all the business bozos. But it's been too long. So all that shit to your boy is just irrelevant. It's totally irrelevant. The whole landscape of the welterweight division is totally different from when it was a year ago, 2 years ago. Totally different. Keith Thurman, you know, ain't been fighting. Sean Porter retired. Danny Garcia is a rapper moving up to 154. Ugas is locked in the dungeon somewhere. I mean, it's a totally different landscape. And there's only 2 guys left standing. Come on, bro. It makes sense. But see, your favorite YouTubers, the guys with the big platforms, the guys that can generate thousands and thousands and thousands of people, they're not putting the pressure on this fight. right? If some of those guys was more towards Bud, I think it'd be a little different. But no, it's like mostly the smaller channels. The bigger channels is mostly pro Spence. They pushing for Spence. They pushing the Spence propaganda. They protecting him at all costs instead of doing what's right for the sport of boxing with their platforms and putting pressure on this fight to be made. Yeah, TO won 11-2, man. Oh, man. I don't know how much money they're looking for, the guy Yufa. Yafri. I'm not sure what they're looking for. I'm not sure. I mean, we didn't even get that far yet, bro. Only the farthest we got is 60-40, 70-30, or whatever we give them. That's the farthest we got, bro. Farthest as far as we know, right? We heard about a few phone conversations they had, and I heard about those phone conversations of Terrence Crawford FaceTiming and calling Spence, and Spence is really on some sucker shit. Straight up. Like, Bud and them ain't gonna come out and say all that. Maybe Bernie, but I've heard that, yeah, they really talked to dude on the phone, and he was pretty much on some, like, sucker shit. He's using his A side to really stall this situation, really, man. And really, it's just because he's from Texas, bro. He ain't moving the needle like that. Let's be honest, bro. You barely see anything on this dude. You know what I'm saying? He's barely fighting. You know what I'm saying? Big Texas helps. Being where you from matters. And that's the biggest advantage he had over Bud, is just because he's from Texas. But if he was from Omaha and then Crawford was from Texas, oh, man. It'll be a totally different scenario right now. Oh, yeah, brother Gerard. You lose one time, it's over with. That's why Sean Porter should be the standard. Hey, Drizzy, yeah, they were saying that shit, man. They said Bud was clout chasing on Spence's name. They said that he was chasing Spence. He's like, bro, yeah, he's chasing him. They said all kinds of shit, man. Lawrence James said, "I see you guys smoking that bud." I mean, but what are we saying that's wrong? Lawrence James, what is wrong with what we're saying? He said, "We'll be in the nice debate, you guys, but you're so biased." Derek, I mean, Lawrence James, there's no debate at this point, bro. That's the thing. There's no debate. What is there to debate? What, 60-40? Why didn't Crawford take the 60-40? That wasn't even a real formal offer, bro. That's just a scary dude hollering numbers on TV. And fans picking it up like, yeah, 60-40, 70-30, 80-20. Whenever we get him. Do, and all that shit. I would debate, but for what? Dude don't want to fight. He said, yes, it will happen. It ain't no business, bro. Because guess what? If Crawford moves up to 154, if Crawford decides to retire, then what? Who you got? Boots? That's not good business. Virgil Ortiz? Maybe, but he might beat your ass. Because you ain't been doing what you need to do in the fucking gym. You ain't been staying sharp to compete with these guys. Yes, it is. Let the business happen. No, it won't, bro. This ain't made pack, bro. I said there's a fucking 20% chance this fight happens next year. 20% chance. It's been way too long. These guys are not shaking the house like that, bro. Tommy Fury got almost 4 million followers, bro. Tommy Fury. We don't know who he is, really. But he got 4 million followers. Guess what Spence and Crawford both got? 700,000 apiece, bro. 700,000 apiece, bro. Spence pay-per-view numbers ain't that fucking spectacular. They're not. 200,000-300,000, whatever. That's not that great. Crawford got 100-something. That's not great. Guess what? Y'all gonna have to be great by fighting with each other. Then them numbers will go up. Of course, Bob sabotaged Crawford's pay-per-views every time. Every time he does that. But Crawford and Spence do good numbers. We see Crawford can draw Omaha to Las Vegas. The whole city will come out to see dude. They travel to see him, like some British fans. So what's good with it? What business? See, the fans got too involved with the business. Errol Spence, that was a smart tactic. A really, I give him credit. That was a really smart stalling tactic to throw the numbers out there to get the managers involved. Now Crawford ain't taking a 60-40. I mean, who said he needed to take a 60-40? Honestly, he's done way more in the sport. It has to be a balance. Yeah, you may draw big enough, but you from Texas. There's millions and millions of more people there than where I'm from. But I've done way more in the sport. I'm lapping you in title defenses. I had 16 title defenses altogether. I got all kinds of belts. I did this, I did that. More weight. I've done everything. That fight 50-50, bro. 50-50 fight. And the only reason why it's 50-50 is because Errol Spence is able to draw in Texas. That's it. Other than that, it'll be 60-40 Crawford. Why? Because he done more. Spence got both belts in welterweight, but Crawford, I mean, he had belts. He had belts. Welterweight division is extremely political, man. It's too political. It's too political. Spence jab is all right at times, man. I honestly just his jab gets real. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't think too much of his jab. I think Reese's pro grade jab is better. I've seen a lot better jabs out there than Spence's jab. Spence uses it consistently. He's consistent with it. And he uses it to kind of push you back and set up everything else. But man, he won't have none of those advantages against Crawford. That's why they're not taking the fight, bro. Because Errol Spence's biggest strength that he won't have against Bud. He takes away the jab from the southpaw jab because he can fight southpaw. And then he gets past your jab. Then what you got? What do Spence got besides the jab? His body work? Well, you got to kind of set that up. You leave yourself open for shit dealing with a guy like Crawford if you're trying to go for the body in the middle of the ring and shit. So how you gonna set all that? Man, we ain't got to get down to the actual breakdown of the actual fight itself because we ain't gonna get that far. We want to see the fight. These dudes are rich, bro. They rich already. They already rich. Their money and shit shouldn't even be in our fucking vocabulary. That's these grown men's shit. Unfortunately, that's just what it is today in the social media age of boxing where fans know these guys' is personal business and how much money they got in their pocket. I just want to know who the best fighter is. That's it. What more business do you need? I mean, they putting hurdles and hurdles and hurdles in front of this crowd. Man, fuck jumping over this next hurdle and go to Keith Thurman, bro. Every time Crawford, Spence fans, they the ones that want this Porter fight. The Spence Nation pushed for this Porter fight. Man, we wasn't checking for that fucking fight. We didn't want that fight. Those were Spence fans doing that shit. Yeah, he needs to fight Porter. Yeah, Crawford fight Porter. He goes to fight Porter, beats him up. Guess what? It wasn't good enough. Man, fuck that shit. Go fight Keith Thurman if he's for real. Move up to 154 and then just be done with this shit, dude. Fuck dealing with this guy. It's making me more and more angry the more I talk about it because it's been a drawn-out process for what? And boxing fans got shitted on. Oh, no, Keith Thurman got destroyed by boxing fans. See, you see the Spence detractor, the Spence guys that's in here, they have no rebuttalments to the things I'm saying. All they saying is, well, Crawford fans this, and you guys want what you want. They're not saying nothing. Y'all not saying shit. This is why nobody wants to debate me on this topic and none of that shit, except for Loyal to the Game boxing. And he does have some good points. But all that shit is over with now. This is a whole different landscape. This is about to be 2022. Spence, let's just be honest, man. He ain't ready for dude. He never will be at this point because he had a few hiccups along the way. They were trying to stall him out for as long as they could. But unfortunately for them, Terrence Crawford is a serious fucking customer, man. He's a serious business. He's not playing games out here. You know what I'm saying? He's not playing games out here. He's already back to work. He's not hanging out with yellow beesies and dancing and, getting fucked up and shit. Nah, he back in the gym, bro. How you gonna compete with that at this point? They stalling this fight up because he just don't want to get embarrassed, dude. It'll probably be even more one-sided. It'll be probably the most one-sided fight we've seen in a long time. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. How can we even say it'll be any different at this point? Spence ain't been looking dominant in quite a while. He hasn't stopped anybody in quite a while. So how do we expect him to even be 50-50 with Crawford going toe-to-toe in a fight? He's not. He probably get beat up way worse than Porter did. And he probably get stopped too. Yeah, I said it. Styles makes fights, motherfuckers. Crawford stops this guy. He stops him. I'm tired of this saga. And honestly, I want this to be my last. Honestly, I want this to be my last live or video talking about this fight, man. I'm just tired of it. I want to see Crawford versus Thurman. Or a guy at 154. Because Charlo or somebody. Because Errol Spence, man, he ain't. Nah, man. You know, if he wants it. Nah, he don't want it, bro. So it's you know. See, this is the responses. This you're not saying nothing, bro. This you're not saying nothing. What's crap about what I just said, bro? You a fight fan, right? You a boxing fan, right? You want to see some fights, right? Or you just want to see motherfuckers dancing with their mans, with their purses and shit, getting the bag. Is that what you want, or do you want to see some fucking boxing, bro? That's what happens when you come on Bushido. But we not into all of that. Yeah, it's cool. We like to see dudes shine. That's good. But at the end of the day, when it's time to fight, bro. We should be talking about the third fight. Wilder Fury fought 3 times. Fury already talking about retiring. Ah, boy. Put that motherfucker in Atlanta. Crawford Spence, put that shit in Atlanta or something. No, he do good in Vegas. He'll do good in Vegas. He ain't got to go to Atlanta. Put that shit in Vegas. Pack the house. It's going to be as big as it's going to be at this point. Spence ain't fighting, so how is it going to get any bigger? Spence ain't out here promoting or even mentioning Crawford's name, so how is it going to get any bigger? God fucking damn. It's common sense shit. He's not even talking about the fight, so what are we waiting for? How is it going to get bigger when one guy's not even talking about it? Don't even want to mention. Come on, man. Like and subscribe. Holla at your boy. Peace out. I'm out of here, man. Shit pissed me off.